health sciences, particularly nursing, ours is a little bit different. And in my class, I teach the Nursing 2040 Management of Care and Professional Issues, which is the capstone course for nursing. That course really has a lot of emphasis on preparing them for their national exams that they will have to take hopefully within 60 to 90 days after they complete the program. So part of that is being able to what we call throw out NCLEX style questions and prepare them. So what I did was try to come up with something. Most professionals now say that in order for students to be successful on the NCLEX exam, they need at least between 6,000 to 12,000 questions of practice. And with our review class, they get probably about 6. So this really can be used from the time they enter the program until the time that they are preparing for NCLEX during our semester and even after they leave our semester for those 60 days that they are to be studying in preparation for the exam. As I thought, really good and simple, and it comes up with questions for them. And let me go back and do first they have the test bank. So the first one, it's a little bit hard to read because it's small, but the first bank is the basic nursing skills that they can do the very first semester they're there. Or if they're coming into what we have is an LPN to RN transition course or a paramedics to RN, in that first semester that they are transitioning, they can actually start at this point as well. And then as they move forward, they can continue because some of these questions, even though it says basics, they are upper level questions. And so they can go through and do pharmacology and medications. And this is the way, was a good way to do this. I broke them up into Jeopardy teams because our classes tend to be a little bit larger. So I broke them into Jeopardy teams and I had them select a number. And I would read the question to them, make sure everybody knew the question, and then whoever turn it was on the team of Jeopardy, if they got the question, I'm just going to pull out something. If they got it wrong, it makes a sound. You can also turn the sound off if you don't want the sound, but they really like the sound. So if they went and they were wrong, we go to the next team. And then the last team couldn't answer. If they came to 3 no's, nobody got the points, period. And then you can go to explanation, and now it explains the question, why the answer was the right answer. And we really stress to them from the time they enter the program up till the time they graduate, even when they come back to see us after graduation before they take their exam, I constantly tell them you have to know the rationales. If you don't know the rationales, you won't know why you got it right and wrong. So you may get a question that's similar, but if you thought, well, before I put X, but now I don't know what to do, at least if you know the rationale, you understand why it was right or wrong. But it'll actually shuffle the questions around. So then if you go to one and we do the same thing, we go through them. And if I think a question is really, if there's a reason, when I've read it, if that question, they should have absolutely not missed that, then I will let them do it, and then I go back and explain to them and talk about it, because part of, like I said, is the rationales. If it's something they really should have gotten, I try to explain why, ask them why you didn't understand that, so we can make sure. And it also helps to see, okay, if I'm finding they're always missing a certain type of question, then I can say, well, maybe we need to work on improving our medication, or work on our medications in the courses or something like that. The cost of $6.99 was worth it. But for some of our students, they'd be like, $6.99, I don't want to spend $6.99. They'll look for the free stuff. So one thing that is to really encourage them that if they have it in the beginning of the program, 2 years, $6.99 is a pretty good investment. Now at the end, even if it means you passing or failing, and it's $300, when I tell them it's $300, would you rather pass or fail? You can also reset your stats. So if you do one category of questions and you want to, just get rid of it, and you don't want to, you don't care what you've done over time, just get rid of it. And the achievement here, it'll tell you, you answered one question, 100% yay. Then you answered, if you go down and say answer 10 right, yay. You answered 25 right. And so it will tell you. So I think this was good for the students when they see that, okay, we've answered, out of the questions that we've done in class, we did really well. We answered 10 out of 15 right, or whatever it is. And they see that they are achieving their ultimate goal of doing well in NCLEX as well as we want them to do. So for the last 50 minutes of class, we're going to play Jeopardy or what have you. That way they knew at the end, we stop, we take a break, regroup back for whatever our next activity is. Because they wanted to continue doing it, because they like to be involved, and they like the questions. And they feel like if we do questions in class, that's less they have to do when they're not in class. Some of the next steps is to continue to use it and to encourage students to purchase it. And what I want to do is be able to take this into the entry levels when they come in for orientation, and that's in August and January, and go and talk to them about this app right in that orientation time and explain to them the benefit and how it will progress, how they can use it and progress through the program. And then at the end, when they come into my class, hopefully they have it to make it even more advantageous to them as they prepare for NCLEX.